Hello friends, in today's video I'm going to take you down to my food room. We're going to organize it because for the last several shopping trips I've just had Olivia take stuff down and just kind of pile them down there, and I need to kind of take inventory of what I have, reorganize things, and give you an updated tour of our food room. So I think I've kind of called my food storage idea kind of the wrong term. I was calling it my long-term food storage, and I think a lot of people that actually do long-term food storage, they've commented on my videos and explained, you know, what I need to do differently and all that. And I think they're talking about like food storage that will last like 25 years or something like that. I'm not really interested in doing anything like that, you know, because they talked about getting food safe buckets and putting oxygen absorbers in and all of those things, and that is great if you want to, you know, store food for that long. But I'm just talking about having like a 3-month supply or a 12-week supply of food, mainly to carry us through this winter in case we have a really bad winter and I can't get to the store as often as I want to. Ideally, I'd like to have about 6 months worth of food stored up, but honestly, I don't think I have room for that much downstairs. So I'm basing mine on a 12-week food storage system where I rotate the food out. So I don't have to worry about getting the oxygen absorbers and the food safe containers and the, you know, the what do you call it, where you suck all the air out of things, those type of food storage systems. I don't have to worry about doing that. I just need to make sure I have a 3-month supply on my shelves, and then as I do my ordinary grocery shopping, I can pull from those shelves and rotate the food out. Now, I have not developed a good system for that yet. I need to do that. I need to somehow figure out how I can rotate the food easily. If you have any ideas about that, please leave them in the comment section below. But I just wanted to clarify that I'm not looking to store this food for years. I'm just wanting to store it for weeks, not years. One thing that they did tell me that someone told me that I will consider is that they said whole wheat pasta, which is what I typically buy, does not store as long or as well as white pasta. Like white pasta, apparently, as long as it doesn't get wet, will stay good for a really long time, whereas the whole wheat does not. So what I think I will do is try to incorporate more white pasta into my stores, even though I prefer the whole wheat for health reasons. For longevity's sake, I will probably purchase some more white pasta. But I sat down and I figured out what we typically eat in a week. Now there's 7 days in a week, and I only have 6 days broken down here. That's because on Sundays I don't cook. It's basically a clean out the refrigerator, eat leftovers, fend for yourself type of day for the family. Now that I don't have small children anymore, everyone in this house is perfectly capable of cooking for themselves. So that's my day off. I don't cook on Sundays. So I figured this out as a 6-day week. And we typically have pasta twice a week, potatoes twice a week, and rice twice a week. Now that's not always the case. Sometimes we'll have like homemade pizza, which we'll use flour for that, or we'll have like chicken and dumplings, or well, chicken and noodles, but I'm counting noodles as pasta. So there are times when our starch or our carb for that meal is something made with flour, or once in a while we will not have any starch, like if we have a salad or something like that. But I just based my numbers off of a 6-day week where we would do pasta twice, potatoes twice, and rice twice. Now, figuring that out for a 12-week storage, that means I will need 24 boxes of pasta. Now, those potatoes that I get, the instant potatoes, those are huge boxes, and I'm not sure how many meals we can get out of each box. 3 to 4 meals out of each box. So that's what I figured it as. We'll have 6 to 8 boxes. That's how many I need for 3 months. And then for rice, if I go with the instant rice, I think you get 3 to 4 servings out of a box of instant rice, and then the bags of rice, of regular rice that I have to cook in my rice cooker, I think you get more out of those. So in total, I will need between 6 and 8 boxes or bags, or a combination of that, of rice. Now, flour, in a situation where we were snowed in and we couldn't get to the store, or if flour becomes hard to find like it was at some point this year, I figured I'd probably need about 20 pounds. That's if I needed to make bread. Like if we couldn't get to the store to get bread and we ran out, I could make bread, to make pizza dough, to make dumplings, to make anything that requires flour. I just put 20 pounds as a rough estimate. I may find that that's not nearly enough, or I might find that that's too much. I wasn't really sure, so I just kind of did a guess on that. As far as the oats go, I said 3 boxes of oats. That is oats that I would use for like making oatmeal or making cookies or something like that. Not oats that I would grind into flour. Those are just rolled oats, plain oats. We don't eat oatmeal that often. I don't make oatmeal cookies that often. So I think 3 boxes would be more than enough. I figure if I used 1 box a month, that's what I would need. Now for spaghetti sauce, we usually eat spaghetti sauce twice a month, or spaghetti twice a month. So I said 6 jars. Now the vegetables, if I'm using canned veggies, I will use 1 can every day for a dinner. We'll eat an entire can of vegetables. But I do have a lot of frozen veggies, and if it's a bag of frozen veggies, I can get 2 meals out of. So I kind of figured it out as we would need 45 cans and 23 bags, or 90 cans and no frozen, or whatever the combination would be, but we would need 90 servings of veggies. Now that's the only thing I really figured out what I need to take stock of in my food storage room. I'm not gonna count cleaning supplies and all of that in this, because I just, I really don't know what I would use in 3 months time. But anyway, that's just kind of an explanation of what I'm thinking and what I want to do. So let me take you downstairs and I will show you the food room. All right, so this is kind of the state of things in here. This tub is still empty. Well, actually, it's got food in it that Olivia brought down, but has not been organized at all. And then there's all the food back there. And what I need to do is I need to find a different spot for these tubs, because they're really in the way. As you can see, I've gotten quite a bit of chicken stocked up. I'm not sure how many veggies. I have some soup. That's another thing that's good to keep, especially for the winter time. Crackers. This needs to go in one of these tubs. So anyway, yeah, I need to get all of this organized. This is my non-food item storage. I got 1 package of paper towels, a package of toilet paper. I probably should get 1 more package of toilet paper, some napkins, some storage bags. These were left over from when I froze corn, so those can just be for next year. These jumbo bags, I need to get the flour that's in the freezer put in these, and I want to probably open up the oatmeal canisters and dump them in, because if those oatmeal canisters get any kind of moisture in them, they're just made out of cardboard. The water, this is all I've saved in water. I've got 1 jug of vinegar here. Actually, I have 2 jugs of vinegar. That's for if you can't find any other cleaning, like all-purpose cleaner, white vinegar is a good cleaning substitute. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gallons of water here, and I've had many of you tell me that these flimsy plastic jugs that you get at Walmart will possibly leak at some point. So I have not bought any more water because I don't know where to find the heavier duty bottles. Now, someone told me that they get some heavy duty food safe gallon jugs off of Amazon, and they just fill them with their tap water and they keep them for several months. I haven't tried that. I don't know if that's a good idea. Let me know in the comment section below what you think I should do for the water situation. But there's enough water here for drinking. If our power went out, we do have a generator that we could hook up to flush toilets and get water for bathing and stuff. But this will save us from having to turn on the generator as often if we've got water to drink. Now, I know this isn't enough. They say a gallon of water per person per day. So this is only enough for 2 days for my family. So yeah, and I know we don't drink a gallon of water. So this would maybe be 4 days for our family just for drinking. So that's an issue. And I don't have room to store all these gallon jugs. That's another problem. I just don't have room. This utility room is an absolute, I mean, it's stuffed. It's where my washer and dryer is. It's where all my freezers are, and it's where everything goes where it doesn't have anywhere else to go. It goes in this room, like all those boxes of things. So I just really don't have a lot of storage in here. I took a dry erase marker and I wrote on here so that the kids, when they put groceries away, they put them away in the right place. This is the flour and the rice and the oats situation that I need to deal with. Like this bread, this loaf of bread doesn't belong in here. And Olivia put it in where it doesn't belong. And I also have coffee in here. Not enough coffee, but I do have some. This freezer is the freezer for bread, and so I put the bread in there. This is for the bread products, and pork. And there was 1 bag of flour that didn't fit, so that's fine. That's a good spot for it. But as you see, we did get our pig, and so we are good. We are good for pork. Now, if the power goes out, this freezer is the one main thing. These freezers in this fridge down here is what is connected to the generator. These 2 freezers also act as our clothing folding station. So you can see we have clothes on here. So I need to get those off of there, and then I'll show you these freezers. So this is the freezer that has been designated for meat. And it looks like Olivia has done a pretty good job of keeping just meat in here. Chicken and a pork roast and some sausage, turkey burgers, meatballs. So yeah, that's our meat freezer. And then this one is designated fruit and veggies. And I don't know how many bags of veggies I have in here. You know, like I said, we needed like 23 bags. And I probably have 23 bags because we put up a lot of corn this year. Frozen corn, broccoli, mixed veggies. So I would say we probably have, I'm not going to dig through here and count it all, but I would say we probably have 23 bags of frozen veggies. But I buy broccoli every time I shop. We eat a lot of broccoli. So yeah. So that's looking pretty good. Meat and veggies, at least frozen veggies, are looking pretty good. Now I had said we needed 20 pounds of flour, and that's 5 pounds right there. And I'm counting it like white flour and whole wheat flour. So that's 5, 10, 'cause it looks like I only have about 10 pounds of flour. Oh, this is oat flour. And this is only 1 pound. So I got 3 pounds of oat flour. So I have 13 pounds of flour. So I need to get a couple more bags of flour for sure. Rice, I'll have to organize this freezer and see what we got as far as rice goes. So as you can see, I have 10 pounds of flour. I need at least another 10. So I need to get some more flour. And I only have 3 cartons of oats. So I need to get one more thing of oats. I'm not going to count this oat flour as part of my flour because I use that for specialty things for my Trim Healthy Mama recipes and for a friend of mine who is going gluten-free. So if I make anything, when those friends come over, I use the oat flour so she can enjoy what we're having. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these put back in the freezer, and I will show you after I get them put back in the freezer what it looks like. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I got the oats back in there and the flour, and I counted the rice, and I have 6 packages of rice. The kind that you cook, and I know I have instant rice too, so I think we have plenty of rice for 3 months. So on my list here I wrote that I have 6 bags of rice, and then I will write down how many boxes when I get over there. I wrote that I still need to get 10 pounds of flour and 1 box of oats. I also checked off that we have plenty of frozen veg, and that's something that keeps getting added to each time I shop. So it's not gonna I will continue to buy frozen vegetables, so it's not like the stock that I have will continue to decrease. So now I'm gonna set up my tripod and work on the canned goods and the dry goods. So this is a mess. I need to go through these tubs. I need to go through these tubs and see what I have and record it and find a different spot. There is just no, I need to be able to get to that shelf, and this is just super in the way. I may have to move this stuff out of the utility room and just keep it in my, what I call my vintage room. I think that's probably the best option. So let me go ahead and go through this tub and we'll see where we're at. As you see, I wrote pasta, lentils, and dried beans on there. On this other tub, I'll probably write crackers, potatoes, and I'll put my potatoes, instant potatoes, and instant rice in this other one. I counted 11 packages of pasta in here, but one of those is this huge one, which this is 5 pounds, so that counts as 5. So let me count them again and I'll tell you the final total. So I have 15 pounds of noodles. I needed 20, how many did I need? Let me get my sheet here. I needed 24, so we're getting close. So I'm going to write down 15, or I'm going to write down how many I still need to get for 3 months supply of pasta. And I also have plenty of split peas and lentils in there. When we have split pea soup or lentil soup, obviously we won't have another starch with that unless we have crackers with it. So those are like a different category altogether, but we don't eat lentils or split peas that often. So I think what I have 2 to 3 bags of each in there. That will be plenty for a 3-month supply. So I'm going to go ahead and move this tub out and put the other one down, and we'll put the potatoes and rice and crackers and like odds and end things in that one. I also, as another form of starch, I have some couscous, which this is technically a pasta, so I'm going to put that in the other tub. Other things you might want to think about are baking soda, not only for baking, but also for cleaning. I'm going to leave that in here. Another thing you'll want to remember to get is some salt. I usually use like sea salt, but I just got some of this cheap iodized salt just to keep in my food storage room. I won't need more than 1 of these. Another thing to think about is sugar. I'm probably going to get 1 more bag of sugar. I also use a lot of stevia, which I've got upstairs, and coconut sugar, which I have upstairs. But just plain ordinary cane sugar is a good source of fuel. It's empty calories, but it will give you a boost if you need it. Another thing you want to think about are crackers. I only have 1 box. I want to get at least 2 more boxes of crackers. You're going to want to have some sort of dry milk powder. Because we are dairy-free in this house, I got the coconut milk powder. And this would just be used like you reconstitute it and use it for cooking. We don't really drink milk much at all. Like pretty much never do we just drink a glass of milk. So this would be enough for recipes or whatever I might need milk for in a pinch. And then you want to remember snacks, and healthy snacks are best. And I love popcorn. Everybody in the family loves popcorn. And this would be wonderful on a cold winter's night when you're snowed in, to make up a big thing of popcorn and make some hot tea or hot cocoa to go with it, and just have a family popcorn night and a movie night. Another thing I have in this bin are some tea, a couple of good teas that we like. They're both herbal teas. This one's herbal tea. Is this herbal tea? This is a black tea, so this would have caffeine. If you don't have coffee, this would be a good alternative in the morning. And this is an herbal tea that you could drink in the evenings if you don't want the caffeine. So let's get back to our count here. So as far as rice goes, I'm done. I don't need to buy any more. And then for potatoes, I probably need to get at least 5 more boxes. 4 at the very least, well actually 3 at the very least, because I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how many servings are in a box. So I need to get at least 3 more boxes of potatoes. So now I'm going to move this tub out of the way, and below that is a box of canning jars. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to get started on this shelf of canned goods. on this top shelf, I have, I think, plenty of canned chicken. I'm not going to buy any more canned chicken. Tuna, I've got plenty of tuna. Scott and Olivia are the only ones that eat tuna, so that's good for him. And it also could be dog food for Sally in a pinch. I've got one thing of Vienna sausages. I bought these because Olivia wanted to try them, and she has yet to try them. What's the expiration date on them? She needs to use them before April. She will not use anything that's past date. I keep telling her that canned goods are good for at least a year after the best by date, but if it goes past that best by date, she will not eat them. So she needs to eat those before then. I got 2 things of Spam. Those 1 can per meal. I got 2 things of ketchup. I need to get 1 thing of mustard, just as a backup. We have 6 cans of Mandarin Oranges. This could be used in place of a vegetable if you wanted to have a fruit instead. And then I've got 1 can of pumpkin if I decide I wanted to make a pumpkin pie. I got a giant thing of peanut butter. I'm going to get 1 more giant thing of peanut butter, and that'll be good. We eat a lot of peanut butter. Travis used to not like peanut butter, but now he's decided he loves it, and he's been taking it in his lunch. He's been making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for his lunch, so I definitely need to stock up more on peanut butter. I do need to get a few more cans of soup. I think we got plenty of chicken noodle. Tomato, Olivia and Scott are the only ones that like tomato soup. And I still have a couple of cans of tomato soup in my upstairs pantry as well. 1 jar of salsa will be plenty. I think I've got plenty of crushed tomatoes. I've got 4 things of spaghetti sauce. So I said I needed 6 jars. I've got 4, so I need to get 2 more jars. And as far as the canned vegetables go, my list says I need like 45 of them for 3 months. There's no way. I mean, like, this thing is so full, and I just noticed when I was rearranging that this side is starting to buckle a little bit on this thing. So there's about as much weight as I want on this shelf, and I just don't have anywhere else to store canned vegetables or canned goods. So once this shelf is full, that shelf is as full as I'm going to make it, except for a thing of mustard and a thing of peanut butter. Once that shelf is full, I'm going to have to call it good. And I do have a lot of canned vegetables upstairs in my pantry as well, that obviously we will use. So I'm not going to be worried too much about the vegetables. I think if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to start getting more frozen vegetables because, like I said, this shelf makes me nervous. I may have to say something to Scott and have him try to fix it. I don't know. I just noticed it. It may have been that way for a long time, but I just now noticed it. A couple of other things I found on the shelf when I was organizing the canned goods. Another thing of cocoa powder, some chocolate covered almonds, and some stovetop stuffing. I've mainly bought this in case we can't find it at Thanksgiving. My family loves stovetop, so I'm not going to kill myself making homemade stuffing. As far as the cocoa and the chocolate go, I'm going to get a couple of things of chocolate that different members of the family like, because they say in a time of crisis or a time where you're like shut in or you can't get out, and I think they're talking like more of like a long-term situation where it'd be like months at a time where you couldn't get out. You can get what's called food fatigue. It's from eating the same things over and over again. So one of the things that they recommend that you stock up on are some treats, some sweets like chocolates, and lots of spices, which I have a lot of spices in my cupboard upstairs. So I think we're good on that. I don't have to keep it down here in the food storage room. But anyway, this is where I moved those tubs. It's out here in my, what I call my vintage room. It's where I have all my family heirlooms and things that I like to collect that are old. And this is the only spot in the house for it. So that's where these tubs are going to go. I'm going to go ahead and stick these in this top tub, and that way they're not on the shelving unit with the canned goods. All right, friends, that is my kind of update and tour of my food room. It was kind of nice to go through all of that, get things organized, and see where the gaps are that I need to fill. I think I'm doing really well. I think if tomorrow we had to be shut in our house, if we couldn't go anywhere, we would have plenty of food to keep us going for 3 months at least. Even if we ran out of, I mean, we'd run out of most things, but like just even if making do, if I wasn't able to get those last things that I feel like I need to get. Because like I said, that's not even including the food I have upstairs in my refrigerator up here in my pantry. So we're looking good. If there are any things you think I missed that are, you know, that I didn't think of that we need to include in this, please make sure and note it in the comment section below. I did want to mention that if you have pets, you want to make sure that you have food for them as well. Right now we are fully stocked for Sally and for the birds, and even for our outside animals. I don't think they would make it 3 months though. So I would like to get a couple 50-pound bags of food stored up for the outside animals, just in case, you know, this is all a just in case scenario. But as far as our indoor birds and Sally is concerned, they have plenty of food. If like I said, tomorrow we couldn't go anywhere, they would survive as well. But that's just something that you should think about. I didn't even go over like personal hygiene products and medications and things like that. We are getting those things stored up. That's some of the things that was in that tub on that table where the toilet paper and stuff was. So yeah, but anyway, if there's anything that you think I'm missing that you didn't see me show you or talk about, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.